Football league that I am running on ESPN.com. If you're interested, the link to the video where you can find out more is in the description. I need to fill up the league by, I believe, Friday. We draft Friday at 8, so you don't want to fill it with randoms. So if you're interested in playing fantasy football, please join that league so we can have a good old time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise. Today, we'll be traveling to sunny Florida, just a few hours away from where I live, actually, in Miami, to take on Jose Fernandez and the Miami Marlins, who are having an absolutely awful year. But I decided to take this game and show it because it ends up getting very interesting. Now, I don't go into I play a lot more games than I show. And I picked this game because I wanted to play in Marlins Park. And I figured, you know what, I'll record it. And it actually ends up being a great game, as you will see throughout. It's a little short, the highlight reel. We have Miguel Montero in the 2-hole. I don't know why I did that, or I don't remember why I did that. But anyway, Paul Goldschmidt, who's really having a bounce-back season this year after pretty low the last couple years. 267 and then 277, I believe, the year after that. Anyway, he's bouncing back, and here is the Marlins lineup. Absolutely terrible. Their hitting has been awful. Their pitching's actually been pretty good. But Danny Salazar, coming off an undefeated year, has 3 losses, an ERA of about 5. But he's starting to turn it around lately. He had an ERA above 7 in like his first 6 starts. But we scratched one of his starts, I believe, and we pushed his start back a day, I believe. And he's gotten way back on track since then. A 3-pitch strikeout to start the game against Donovan Solano. Whatever happened to him, anyway? I haven't heard anything about him lately. And then this happens. Giancarlo Stanton hits a solo home run to right field. He's an interesting case because most of his home runs aren't even those towering shots. They're more of line drives. And also, another thing to think about with him is if we do decide down the line to do a 4th season of this, which is not very likely, but if it happens, he is a free agent this offseason. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, enough of me implying stuff. The Marlins take a 1-0 lead here on the solo homer from Giancarlo Stanton, so we're going into the top of the 2nd inning where Will Myers is going to wildly strike out. I don't know what he was swinging at or trying to swing at. Manny Machado is on deck as Juan Francisco walks. With 1 out in the inning, we got a runner on first. It's a prime double play ball for the Marlins. Juan Francisco is thrown out trying to steal after the failed hit and run. I thought Rendon was going to walk. That's why he didn't end up swinging. But Danny Salazar is working again, back out on the mound, having a great day up to this point. Besides the one little incident he had with Giancarlo Stanton, he's been dominant, and Fernandez issues another walk. That's a theme of today's episode. Walks and strikeouts. J.B. Shuck steals here. Offense is few and far between up to this point. Salazar's bunting to try and get the runner over, and he actually beats out the bunt. J.B. Shuck was hitting lower in the order day because he's had a terrible season up to this point. And another failed hit and run. Yeah, Salazar's out by a mile. Hayward should not have swung at that, He ended up striking out as a result. So, much like Salazar ends up seeing in this at-bat when he is on the giving end of a strikeout against their first baseman, Trapp. Paul Goldschmidt is up to bat again, and he's going to ground out to first, or to third. It'll be thrown over to first, rather. And so we don't get anything going that inning. Bottom of the 4th, 2-2 count. You might have been noticing only 1 or 2 highlights an inning. Nothing was happening very interesting. It was either a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. That was really all that happened through the first 5 innings. It was a strikeout, a walk, a home run, or a ground out. Nothing really interesting besides that. There were no hits, no deep fly balls or anything. It was all strikeouts, walks, ground outs, and that 1 home run. Anyway, this is going to be a double play ball. Well, actually, it's not. It's going to be a fielder's choice that's thrown to second because there was only 1 out. And then here, I don't know how the hell that pitch ends up inside, but it does. Control issues for Salazar, I guess. And then Adini Hechavarria is at bat, and he is going to ground into a double play. David Wright, who's having the worst season of anyone on our team, hitting like 218, is getting the day off in lieu of Juan Francisco, who was our Go 5 draft pick, a good power hitter. Danny Salazar is getting on base once again. I believe he walked last time he was on base too. But Fernandez is going to try and work out of it as on the next pitch. This happens. I don't know what the hell this even is. It should have been caught, but Giancarlo is not that fast. And Will Myers was going to be at bat next, is going to fly this one out to left field. I actually think there was an out in between there. But anyway, it's not very important. A 3-pitch strikeout against Donovan Solano, once again doing a terrible job in that leadoff spot, it looks like. And then this game starts to get a little interesting here, as this fielding is not blown by Shuck like the last game you saw. And they have a runner on the corner now, and this is going to get through for a base hit into left field. Hit very hard and very quickly. So they get another, and then Hayward's going to get one back because this is a solo home run over the right field fence, and that was pretty deep, almost hit the stands. It did hit off the scoreboard and into the bullpen, though. So we do narrow the gap a little bit, but like I said before, it's not a very interesting game for highlights-wise. It was a very, very dominant pitching performance from both sides, really. It was a 2-1 game, and two of those runs came on home runs, which are really like not a huge mistake from the pitching staff. Anyway, there's a runner on first, Miguel Montero for Will Myers. Will Myers is going to ground into the fielder's choice. Throw to second is, of course, going to be in time. And then they bring in Steve Cishek for the save, and you're going to see he dominates us. First, he's going to strike out Juan Francisco, and then he is going to strike out Manny Machado, and then the next batter, you'll see in a second, is going to just fly out, and we lose to the 15-30 Marlins. We're like 32-14. We're over 15 games over 500. We're almost 20 games over 500, and we lose to a team that's 15 games under 500. It really shows you the value of I just completely messed that up, I'm sorry. It really shows you the value of ace pitchers in the MLB now, that Jose Fernandez can get a win for his team against the best team in the MLB, arguably, probably the best team in the MLB. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, not the longest outing he'll ever have. He only made it 6 full innings, but he definitely brought his good stuff to the ballpark, and he winds up helping his guys get out of here with a victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Marlins win it 2-1. Good night from Miami.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Miami Marlins, 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error, they left 2 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. The winning pitcher is Jose Fernandez. His record is now 5-2. Give the save to Steve Cishek, his 8th. Toss goes to Danny Salazar. He falls to 3 and 4. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Culmer Metro Rail Station.